Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Would you like to kill your life? Ready?
Hello, that's the police department. How are you, sir? Are you, Mr. LaFine? Hey, here to talk to you about an incident, I guess, that happened earlier when you were driving around. You want to tell us what happened?
I'm afraid I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. You remember passing us over there at the Walgreens? I see your hands. You have any weapons on you?
Hey, sir, why don't you step out real quick so we can talk to you?
We're not here to arrest you or anything. We just want to get your side of the story about what happened.
You got me mixed up with somebody else.
Well, we saw that truck right there.
And we saw you in the driver's seat,
Yeah.
so let's quit playing games. We know you're on parole. We know your whole history. Just come talk to us, and we'll be out of here, okay?
So what happened tonight?
Nothing that I know of.
Nothing that you know of? Okay, so why did you go to the apartment complex if you don't live at?
Kind of a personal thing with a girl.
Okay, who's the girl? Look, if you just tell us, it'll straighten everything out. But when you're beating around the bush, you're just going to sit here and talk in circles.
Okay, but I cannot tell you anything about the girl.
You know her?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you going to go do with this girl? Are you dating her? Are you friends with her? You meet her online?
It's too complicated.
How do you know her?
The truth of the matter is it's the wrong girl.
Okay.
But I don't want to talk about it.
So what were your intentions with this girl?
I wanted to talk to her.
Okay. Well, how do you know her?
She's a prostitute.
Okay. All right. And you know what kind of vehicle she drives? No? So what I'm trying to get at is how did you know that this was that girl, or what made you think that this was that girl?
Okay, what exactly are we trying to accomplish?
Okay, well, I'll just start from the beginning, okay?
Okay.
The call that we got was that you were following this female, okay?
Okay.
And that you followed her into an apartment complex, that you got out of your vehicle and you walked up and you actually tried to enter her car by pulling on the door handle, or at least open the door, okay? And she drove off, and then you followed her all the way back over to the Walgreens where we saw you.
So, look, I'm sure you understand if we wanted to press this, okay? We have a temp burglary right there, okay?
What?
Attempted burglary. You tried to enter their vehicle. That's why we're here. That's why we're trying to find out.
I knocked on the window. She turned her head. It wasn't her. I left.
You knocked on the window after you tried to open the door?
I did not try to do anything like that.
Okay.
I tapped on the window. She looked at me and was like, oh, shit.
Okay, but you left, but you followed her again.
I didn't see her passenger. I thought she might have been giving the girl a ride.
Okay, what you're telling me doesn't make any sense. You fell into the apartment, you walked up, you say you tap on the window and you look in and it's not her, so you left, but you didn't leave. You followed her again. I mean, you left the apartment complex, but you got right in behind her again, and you followed her all the way to the Walgreens where we saw you. You followed her twice.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
I agree.
So why'd you follow her again?
Because her passenger, I didn't see her. I thought her face, I thought that had to be.
Hey, Mr. Lapine, is it Lapine? Is that how I say your name? All right, look. Let's cut the bullshit, all right?
Okay.
Look, just hear me out here.
Okay.
We know you did, 26 years in the penitentiary? You just got out in 2012. You probably don't like us, and you are probably pretty scared right now, okay?
Actually,
Listen, let me finish, please.
Okay.
But we get a call from some poor lady who's with her teenage daughter that says somebody is following them, and they're scared shitless. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So, we find you, you're leaving the scene when we get there, we see you, we have your plate, we have everything on you, we're here at your house, okay? So, start from the beginning, were you in Walgreens when you saw them, or what? Because our patience is running super thin right now.
Where did you initially see them when you thought that she was this prostitute? Was it at the Walgreens the first time?
No.
Okay. Where was that at?
Out here at the corner store.
The corner store? And then
Right.
you followed them there to Walgreens?
Yeah,
And when they were in Walgreens, what were you doing?
I lost them,
Okay.
and I thought
So you picked it back up when you got to the Walgreens?
I don't have Walgreens in my memory.
Well, you were there twice.
We're in Canada and Escarpment. You saw us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Walgreens.
Yeah.
What's your parole officer's name?
Crystal. Yeah.
When was the last time you saw Miss Smith?
A couple weeks ago.
Where's her office? Where do you check in?
Right off Cameron Road.
Okay. What's her number? I know you know it.
33991442.
3399-142. So 339-9142, 512 area code. Okay. Do we need to call her?
For the purpose of...
I don't know, man. I'm asking you.
What else are they?
Well,
what do you want?
None of your story is making sense. And one thing that I cannot stand is someone who knows better than doing the system. You know, I mean, you think we're going to believe that, brother? You think we're going to buy your bullshit right now?
Do you think different from that?
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what else could it be? What do you think it is? Attempted rape?
Could be. That sounds
I'm
more
not a
believable. That sounds
criminal.
more believable than you
I'm
telling me
not-
that that's a prostitute.
Really?
Hey, look, if we came out here and you said, hey, look, I found this gal on Craigslist on the computer, and we were supposed to meet at Walgreens, and we had arranged for $200, and we were going to spend an hour together, we don't give a shit, okay? But that's not what you're telling us.
Okay.
And that's not true, because this gal was with her daughter,
I
and they're not
understand.
involved in
I
prostitution. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So we're not here to chicken shit you, okay? Because we don't do that.
What do you want, more details?
Yeah, we want to know
Sure.
why you were trying to do that. That's what.
Okay. She ripped me off for $200.
This lady.
No.
The lady that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
A similar car. They got away. Convict killed somewhere around in there.
And that was today?
Yeah, the same episode.
Okay.
Uh,
So when you caught up, what was your intention to get? What were you going to do?
so give me my money.
Okay. And she was by herself?
She was when she came up there to the corner store, but
Okay.
she had a ride. I didn't know it.
And she got in the car that matched that car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else I can tell you. I'm not fucking. Go look at my scratch.
Yeah, well, you're-
But that's a little more believable than, because when you first started talking to her, she's very vague. So when you're being vague, it doesn't add up to us. It doesn't make any sense.
A convict will try to avoid giving you any details.
I understand.
Okay, well, every convict I've dealt with has at least been honest with me. And most convicts know that if it's some petty bullshit, that most cops, and I understand you kind of got to be careful, but I'm telling you, we two cops don't care about some petty bullshit. And to me, trying to get laid is some petty bullshit, okay? But
we're looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
We've got a mom and a daughter, and what we don't want is this ex-convict to go over there and have bad intentions with them. If there's a mix-up, it's a mix-up.
understand.
We don't care about the other part.
I don't know what to say or do about it. You know, I was just wanting my money back.
So you got out of prison, you're out with a prostitute, and you're back in this situation.
It's fucked up.
It is. So,
But I wasn't committing an actual crime. I thought.
well,
That's what I thought.
if we wanted to roll you up, we could make it go that way. And I think you probably appreciate that, right? You probably know we could do that.
Yeah, you
And-
can
and I'm
pretty
not-
much always do that.
No, we can't. No, we can't. But in this case, we could. But it's just up to our professional opinion on what your intentions actually were.
Is
Okay?
there some way I can make amends to this girl?
No, no. There's no need to
Is
do
there some
that.
way that you can explain that, you know, I'm sorry.
What kind of car did this person meet that you were gonna meet?
Some kind of dark sedan.
And where were you? How'd you come across this person?
What do you call it? Back page.
Okay. Back page. So what was the arrangement? Again, I don't care what but I want to know the details. What was the arrangement? You find a gal on back page.
Yeah.
What'd she look like? I mean, what was she supposed to look like? I know they got pictures on there, right? She
Yeah.
white, black, Hispanic, Asian,
White.
okay, white
Blonde.
gal, blonde. How old?
A little over the hill.
Okay,
32.
that's over the hill? Shit, okay.
Yeah, to me.
Oh, wow, all right. I guess you're caught in that time warp, huh?
Yeah, it's like
Alright.
what Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, so then what? What, you sent her an email or a phone call or what?
You can call or text.
Okay.
Call.
And what,
She said.
you want to link up and get together with this gal?
What?
You want to link up with this gal, right, and do your thing?
Yeah.
Okay, where were y'all supposed to meet?
Buddy's Corner Store.
Buddy's Corner Store. At what time? Ain't that hard.
Yeah. I don't actually remember.
Okay. So you don't remember what time, but you were going to meet at Buddy's Corner Store, and then what?
Bring her over here for 1 hour, and
Okay.
up her down, and take her back to Buddy's.
Okay. Was she going to drive in your car?
I was gonna
Follow you
take
over.
her- I was going to take her here.
Okay. So when did you get to Buddy's?
You want me to guess at the time?
Sure.
Okay.
It's 12:30 now.
8,
Okay.
7:30.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess now tell me what time it
Was it dark out? Was it light out?
was. Dark. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so it was 9. 8:30 to 9.
What'd this gal go by? She's got a screen name, right? Okay, let's move on. So you don't know what time you're going to meet her, but you went to Buddy's at what, 8 o'clock? 7:30, 8?
9.
8:30. 8:30.
Okay. And then what?
I sat up there waiting, and then she eventually walked over. Didn't see her get there.
What was she wearing?
Black shorts. Some kind of light colored top.
And then what?
She came over and we established that we weren't totally, and she took $200.
She inside your truck or
No.
outside?
Yeah, outside. And she said she wanted to get some cigarettes and groceries. So if I give her the money, she'll be right back out. So I just gave her the money, and she just went in the store and went out the back, I guess. Anyway, so this car whips around and takes off down 290, and I follow behind it.
And then you lost them?
She's pretty shifty. She turned on whatever street. It was Wolf Creek, something like that. She turned on Wolf Creek, and then I turned on Convict Hill and thought I'd catch her coming around trying to get on the highway. I thought I did. I thought that was her, so I followed. And I thought I was being careful. I didn't think I was driving bad, speeding, reckless,
And then what? She came across this black car at some point?
she went in an apartment complex. I followed after her.
Where'd you pick her up at?
That was at Convict Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't her. It wasn't even the right car.
But when did you realize it wasn't the right car?
I had my doubts when I started following her after coming off Convict Hill. I didn't know the plate number or the model. It was just a dark sedan.
So you continued to follow him into the apartment complex thinking that it might be them,
Yeah,
and you went up to the car and you tapped on the window,
yeah.
and then what happened?
It wasn't her, and I couldn't make out the passenger.
Okay.
So she took off. I tried to get on the passenger side and look. At a certain point, I don't know exactly when, I decided just to keep
Is that maybe when you saw us?
it. Actually, didn't see.
Well, we damn near crashed into you. And you were pulling out of the Walgreens. I drove right past you.
Yeah, well,
All right, look.
That story is more believable than the first one because you're giving us more details. But at the end of the day, it was stupid, just like you said. And here we are. And then you got a mom and a daughter who are scared because they don't know who you are and what your intentions were because of something that you just did an hour before that. Could have all been avoided.
A better story, I still don't believe any of it. Okay?
okay,
All right, that's just me.
all right.
But regardless, we're not going to stick around. Okay? I mean, the reason I don't believe is because I'm the one who brought up the Craigslist back page and $200, and you used all that information in your story.
Yeah, well,
And-
Craigslist,
I know it's changed. You got
Yeah.
Backpage now. So, you know, I mean, maybe part of it's true. But, you know, we can run up there and check the cameras tomorrow. Or your parole officer can. We just want to make sure that you weren't intending harm to some innocent folks, okay? What you do with other people on Backpage and people living the life, you know what I mean? That's up to y'all, right? We, you know, people that are in the lifestyle, y'all can work out things how you want to work them out. But when you start bringing it over to the regular citizens,
Are you telling me now that just wanting to tell my parole officer.
No, nope, nope, I'm not.
That's good, because I didn't get out in 2012, I got out in 2002. I have almost 14 years of absolutely perfect behavior.
You had a traffic stop in 2012, is where my confusion is coming from.
In Hayes County.
Yes. Yeah, but I got out in 2002. I have 13 and a half years of perfect behavior.
Good.
They're actually going to let me start reporting every 6 months or every other month.
What are you checking in now? Once a month or every couple of weeks? Once a month? Well, look, we're not looking to screw that up, okay? But
Yeah, I wish there was a way I could.
Well, there's not a way, but you scared the shit out of 2 totally innocent, uninvolved people.
Yeah.
You understand that?
And the only way you can make it right is not to go backwards.
You keep your nose to the grindstone, man.
Yeah, well.
You know, I mean, you know better than we do. That's for damn sure. Well, we know you. You know us. There's going to be a little report filed. It's just an information, okay? I don't think that goes to your parole officer, okay?
Because there's not a charge attached to it, so it's not an open case.
It's just, hey, this happened.
Right.
What's y'all's name?
Cheatham and Porterfield.
Porterfield. You can write them down for you if you want.
I know. I remember. Cheatham and Porterfield.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
Okay. Well,
You've done your time, you're living out in the country. Peaceful out here, it's much better than prison. At least I would think it would be.
yeah, you know, I'm having a midlife crisis
Yeah?
right now. I can't fuck like I used to. I used to be a stud. You know? I used to be Romeo. And it's getting where it ain't working out.
Yeah.
So I'm practicing, you know, stuff. Well, I can. That's what a midlife crisis is. You realize certain things you want to do, you've got to do them now. Or, you know.
But without getting into trouble.
Yeah. No, it's stupid.
All right, Mr. LaPine, we're going to get out of your hair. You take care.
Yeah.
What? You sound like you want to get something else off your chest.
No, I'm just sorry.
Okay, well, we hope not to see you again, all right? I'm sure you feel the same. Take care. You bet. Why's there blood on your car? Why's there blood on your car? Yeah. And it's all over your shorts, too. What'd you get into tonight, man?
Excuse me?
What'd you get into tonight?
Nothing.
And what's in your hand, by the way? Here, come on. You got blood all over your car. All right. Blood in the back.
Where does this blood come from?
Really,
It's all over your truck.
really don't know.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I don't really, I mean, it's weird.
Here, come on over here real quick. Come on over here to my shiny car. Who else is in the house with you? I saw someone walk behind you when we were in
Little
there.
brother?
Here, just have a seat over here. Over here, in the front.
I'm a caregiver for my little brother.
Your little brother, what's his name?
Danny,
Danny what?
Daniel Patrick Fine.
Okay.
Take care of him.
Who else is there?
That's it.
That's it. So what happened, man?
I swear I don't know.
Man, there's blood all over your truck. Come on.
Don't know what happened. I swear.
You got to make us dig.
We'll find
Yeah.
you have blood that goes all the way around your truck.
Okay.
So we need to know how that got there, because otherwise what we're going to do is this is going to turn into a crime scene,
Yep.
and we're going to have crime scene unit come out, they're going to take pictures, you're going to
Okay.
be
Sheriff's Department, everyone else.
That's fine, but I swear to you, I do not know where the blood came from.
It's on your shorts.
These are my work shorts.
But it's on your shorts.
Right. The blood on your shorts and you have blood on the truck, and that's fresh blood. Hadn't been there that long.
And it's a lot of blood. It's not just a little scrape. And you don't seem to have any injuries. Well, you do on your left arm. Why don't you roll your sleeves up there? Roll your left sleeve up.
There's blood all over you. What happened?
Drugs.
Hmm?
Drugs.
Drugs? Well, let me see your arm. It doesn't look like drugs.
That's what it is. Running down from my veins.
Let me see.
I can't
Prove it to me.
do it anymore.
Got infected?
Just need to clean it up.
And that's how the blood got on your truck?
I really just didn't know how the blood got on myself. I really don't know.
How are you shooting heroin, or will you shoot speed or heroin?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? Well, I guess it's out of your system in a couple days, huh? Because they piss test you, right? So did you get into some fucking scrap with some dealer or some shit? Look, man, it's done is done. Look, we're cops, right?
Yes.
If there's somebody fucking dead out there, we need to know about it.
Okay.
You got blood all over your car.
Okay.
You're doing some weird shit with these gals.
Okay.
You're being evasive with us. I mean, come
I
on.
agree. All right. I would like to just do whatever I got to do to resolve it.
Well, what you got to do to resolve it is tell us what happened.
I swear I don't know where that blood came from. Unless it came from me. I went to the feed store. I bought 2 sacks of chicken feed.
When was that, earlier today?
Yeah.
That blood wasn't there earlier.
Yeah. That blood hadn't been out in the sun because it had been dried up and nasty, or dried up and all crispy by now.
David, take that.
No, I don't.
If there's a unit with a camera, can you have them 25 or 2?
David, 607, I'm almost done here. I just want to through.
Do me a favor, Mr. Lapine, turn around, put your hands behind you. Hey! Shit, watch his hands! Hands! Hey! Drop it! Drop it now!
What's in your hand? Let me see your hand!
602, O&A.
Stay down!
Drop it!
Stay down!
Drop it! I got it. 602, shot fired.
move!
Where's the gun?
Shots fired.
Do not move!
Do not move!
Don't move it!
Where's the gun?
I don't know, he set it down.
Where's the gun?
690, you clear?
690, which unit?
Yep, there it is.
David 610.
Don't move!
Do not move!
400 class.
Hey, let's watch the house.
Yeah, I got it. You got him?
Yep.